Rian Johnson's Star Wars, Episode 8, The Last Jedi just passed $300 million at the domestic box office and is now currently trailing Jurassic World. Colin Trevorrow's long-awaited Jurassic Park sequel, Jurassic World, broke numerous box office records when it hit theaters in 2015. It temporarily held the records for both the highest-grossing domestic opening and the highest-grossing worldwide opening of all time, both of which were surpassed by J.J. Abrams' Star Wars, Episode 7, The Force Awakens in December of the same year. Logically, the sequel to the highest-grossing film of all time at the domestic box office, The Last Jedi, should be able to rake in hefty sums as well, and it certainly has. The Last Jedi started out with a colossal opening weekend. The film earned the second highest-grossing domestic opening ever, $220 million, and the fifth highest-grossing opening globally, $450 million. It has already passed the $600 million mark thanks to strong turnout in international markets, and while it continues to post top numbers domestically, it's no longer trailing right behind The Force Awakens' record-breaking theatrical run. According to Box Office Mojo, Star Wars, The Last Jedi has now grossed $321 million at the domestic box office, thanks to an estimated $24 million gross on Friday, December 22nd. Combined with its international haul thus far, The Last Jedi currently stands at approximately $635 million worldwide. Those numbers should see quite a bump over the holiday weekend. The film is also well on its way to breaking the billion-dollar threshold before the year's end. However, the sequel may need to rely more on international markets than anticipated. The Last Jedi garnered $321.2 million in 8 days at the domestic box office, whereas The Force Awakens raked in a comparable $325.4 million in only 5 days. To put things into perspective, Jurassic World grossed $325.3 million in 8 days, thus dropping Lucasfilm's latest Star Wars chapter behind the fourth Jurassic installment. In 2015, The Force Awakens grossed just under $150 million over the Christmas weekend, also its second weekend. So, The Last Jedi should be able to pull in $100 million by the end of the 4-day holiday, thus pushing the film past the $400 million mark. But it remains to be seen when The Last Jedi will cross that coveted threshold, if it does at all. Throughout the weekend, Jurassic World hit $402 million in 10 days. As it stands, The Last Jedi is currently trailing Jurassic World at the domestic box office but has a chance to gain some ground over the holiday weekend and prop itself back in front of the Dino-themed film. Source: Box Office Mojo.